Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to the cutting edge of AI and tech.
Looking at some really cool projects with real potential to change things.
Yeah, to make a difference.
Yeah.
And we're talking
Social impact.
social impact, exactly.
Mhm.
So we've been all over the place. Reddit, Discord, even digging through research papers and Twitter threads.
That's right. All the latest.
All the latest to find the most interesting stuff. So are you ready to dive in?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's start with something kind of surprising. Tencent, the Chinese tech giant, just dropped this huge open source AI model
Hunyuan-Large.
called Hunyuan-Large. It's making some serious waves.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially how efficient it is. It's actually outperforming some models trained on way bigger data sets.
Really?
And that's because of this technique they're using called Evol-Instruct. It's for generating synthetic data.
Okay, synthetic data. I
Yeah.
think you might have to break that down for me a little.
Sure. So think of it like teaching someone to ride a bike. You wouldn't just show them once and expect them to get it right.
You need a lot more practice.
Exactly. Lots of practice, maybe even some falls along the way. So Evol-Instruct is like creating a virtual training ground for the AI.
Nice.
It generates tons of synthetic data, so it's like giving the AI endless practice runs. This helps it learn so much better, even with less real-world data.
So that means developers could use this instead of those massive data sets that are so expensive and hard to get.
Right.
That could really open things up.
It's a game changer for making AI more accessible. That's the idea. Researchers, startups, even individuals could build really powerful AI tools without needing huge data sets.
I know it sounds too good to be true. Are there any downsides to using synthetic data?
Well, that's a good question. It has a lot of potential, but there's still some debate about how well it really reflects the real world. It's like training on a simulator versus actually doing something in real life. You might miss some of the nuances.
You might miss some of the real-world complexities.
Exactly. It's about finding the right balance.
Before we move on, you mentioned something about recycle routing. What is that?
Oh, right. Recycle routing. That's another really cool thing about Hunyuan-Large. So, when you're processing a ton of data,
Yeah.
well, instead of starting from scratch every single time, recycle routing lets the model reuse computations from data it's already looked at.
So it's like optimizing the whole data pipeline to make it more efficient.
Exactly. It's not just about making the models more efficient with data, but also about using processing power more effectively.
So that would make powerful AI accessible even on devices that don't have a ton of computing power.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit and talk about something for the coders out there.
Yeah.
There's this new AI coding tool.
Qwen 2.5 Coder. It's open source and it's making some real noise.
ChatGPT, better watch out.
Right.
Because I've been seeing people raving about this thing online, especially on Reddit.
Yeah.
They love how fast and accurate it is,
Yeah.
even on regular computers.
Yeah. And some are even saying it's better than some of the big names out there like Claude, especially for code completion.
Which is pretty amazing considering it's open source. That means anyone can use it no matter what their budget is.
It really levels the playing field, giving everyone access to this powerful coding assistant.
So it's not just about code completion. It can do other things too, right?
Oh, yeah. It's showing a lot of promise for other coding tasks, too, like generating whole blocks of code or even debugging existing code. It's like having a coding partner.
That's awesome. And I heard there's a 32B version in the works. It's supposed to be even better. Any idea when that's coming out?
It's still under wraps, but there's a lot of anticipation. The 7B version is already really good, so the 32B version could be a game changer.
Okay, so something to look forward to. Well, let's move on to something that's causing a bit of controversy in the AI world, AI in the military.
Yeah, Meta, the company behind Facebook, has opened up its Llama AI to the U.S. defense sector, and this has sparked a lot of debate.
From what I've seen online, people are struggling with the ethics of it all. Can AI ever be used ethically in warfare?
It's a tough question. And Scale AI has already developed Defense Llama specifically for national security. They say it will be used for things like analyzing satellite imagery and improving situational awareness.
But how do we make sure it's used ethically? What's in place to prevent unintended consequences or even worse, misuse? These are things we need to be talking about.
Absolutely. This isn't just theoretical anymore. AI could be impacting real-world military operations. So we need open and transparent conversations about the ethical framework for all of this.
This is a conversation that's just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's shift to something a bit more positive. Get ready for a massive data dump.
The Open Trusted Data Initiative is about to release a 2 trillion token multilingual dataset. and it's going to be available to everyone.
Whoa, 2 trillion tokens. That's huge. What does this mean for AI development?
This is massive. It's going to be incredible for training more powerful and inclusive AI models. Imagine researchers and developers all over the world having access to this incredibly diverse data set.
It sounds like a dream come true for anyone working in AI. But I'm curious, what's the overall reaction been online?
There's a lot of excitement, but also some healthy skepticism. Some people are bringing up the issue of data quality versus quantity. Just because a data set is massive doesn't automatically mean it's perfect for training AI. You still have to think about bias representation and accuracy.
So it's not just about having a ton of data. It's about making sure that data is diverse, representative, and high quality.
Exactly. And it raises an important question for everyone. If you could shape this data set, what kind of data would you prioritize?
That's a great question. Really makes you think about what's important for training AI.
Okay.
Okay, for our last deep dive today, we're heading into the world of robotics. And this one is a bit sci-fi, but bear with me.
This is Project GR0T, and it's NVIDIA. We all know them for their graphics cards, but now they're working on AI agents that can operate in both simulated and real-world environments.
Hold on. Did you say both simulated and real world?
That's right. Think about robots learning in a virtual space where it doesn't matter if they make mistakes, and then taking those skills into the real world. It's a big deal for robotics.
This is seriously cool stuff. This could change so many industries. Manufacturing, logistics, healthcare, maybe even...
Robot butlers.
Robot butlers, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not right away, but the possibilities are huge. Imagine robots helping with disaster relief, doing dangerous jobs, or providing care for the elderly.
It's exciting stuff, but we do need to think about the potential downsides. What about jobs?
That's a valid concern. People are worried about robots taking over as AI and robotics get more advanced.
But it's important to remember that technology has always changed the job market. New jobs are created, old ones evolve, and society adapts.
So it's about being prepared for those changes.
Exactly. We need to focus on retraining and upskilling people for the jobs of the future.
That means investing in education and training programs to give people the skills they need to succeed in an increasingly automated world.
And it's not just about technical skills either. We need to encourage creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. Those are the skills that are going to be in high demand.
Those are the skills that make us human, right? It's
Yeah.
about working with AI and robots not being replaced by them.
Exactly.
And that's really what we've been exploring today, the potential for these amazing projects to have a real social impact.
It's about using technology to make a difference.
So from making AI more accessible with open source models, to thinking about the ethics of AI in the military, to imagining a future where robots are a part of our everyday lives.
We've seen some incredible innovations today.
And it's clear that things are moving incredibly fast. So what does all of this mean for you, our listener?
The message is simple. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. The world of AI and tech is changing rapidly, and we all need to be a part of shaping the future.
We've only scratched the surface today, but hopefully we've sparked your interest and made you want to learn more about these incredible projects.
Well, these are just a few examples. There are so many other amazing things happening out there.
So keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with technology. You never know, you might be the one to create the next groundbreaking technology that changes the world for the better.
And if you come across any cool AI projects that you think we should cover, let us know. We love to hear from you.
You can find us on Twitter, Discord, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive into the world of social impact tech. We'll be back soon with another episode. Until then, keep those minds curious and engaged.
And remember,
This is just the beginning.
that's right. Before we move on from the Open Trusted Data Initiative, I think there's another interesting angle to consider.
Oh yeah.
This data release is really sparking a conversation about open source AI in general.
It makes sense. I mean, it's a huge step towards making AI more accessible. Could really level the playing field between big tech and smaller developers.
Exactly. And some people are saying that this open source approach, with its emphasis on collaboration and community innovation, could be the key to unlocking AI's full potential for good.
I like that idea. It's a real challenge to the traditional way of doing things where, AI advancements are kept secret, controlled by just a few companies.
Right. With open source AI, everything is more transparent and progress is shared. Imagine the best minds from all over the world working together to solve the world's biggest problems with AI.
That's powerful. I think a lot of people would agree with that, especially those who believe in using technology for good.
And it's not just about being altruistic. Open source can actually accelerate the pace of innovation. When you have a global community of developers working on something, progress can happen exponentially.
Yeah, it's like the collective brainpower of the planet focused on solving problems. Pretty exciting.
It really is.
Mhm.
And it's part of a bigger trend we're seeing across tech, this movement towards making things more accessible and democratizing knowledge and tools.
So it's not just about AI, it's about changing how we approach innovation and share knowledge in the digital age.
Exactly. And it could completely transform things.
Okay. Before we wrap up, I want to go back to something we touched on earlier about AI and robotics and the potential impact on jobs. It's something a lot of people are worried about.
For sure. It's understandable that people are concerned about job displacement, especially as AI and robotics keep getting better.
But I think it's also important to remember that technology has always led to changes in the job market throughout history. New jobs are created, old jobs evolve, and society adapts.
I agree. The key is to be proactive. We need to focus on retraining and upskilling people for the jobs that will exist in the future.
So investing in education and training programs that equip people with the skills they need in a world that's increasingly automated.
Exactly. And it's not just technical skills either. We also need to focus on things like creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. Those are going to be really important as AI takes over more routine tasks.
Those are the skills that make us unique, right? It's
Yeah.
about figuring out how to work with AI and robots not being replaced by them.
Precisely. And that's the point we've been trying to make today. It's about how we can use these powerful technologies to make a positive impact on the world.
We've seen some amazing examples of that with these 5 groundbreaking projects, from democratizing access to AI, to tackling the ethics of AI in the military, to envisioning a future where robots are part of our lives.
It's clear that we're at a turning point with AI and tech.
And what does all of this mean for you, our listener?
Well, the main message is this: stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. This field is changing so rapidly, and we all need to be involved in shaping what comes next.
Absolutely. We've only scratched the surface today, but hopefully we've gotten you thinking about the possibilities and the impact these advancements could have.
Remember, these are just a few examples. There are so many other incredible innovations happening right now.
So keep exploring, keep asking questions, and don't be afraid to push the limits of what technology can do. You might just be the one to come up with the next big idea that changes the world.
And if you find any cool AI projects you think we should cover, let us know. We're always looking for new things to dive into.
You can find us on Twitter, Discord, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive into the world of social impact tech. We'll catch you next time. It's amazing how much of what we've talked about today comes back to this idea of accessibility and collaboration.
It's a real shift. Yeah, we're moving away from those days where innovation was happening only inside big companies.
Exactly. It's like a new era of tech development where everyone can be a part of it.
The open source movement is giving individuals and smaller groups a chance to really shape the future of technology.
And with projects like Hunyuan-Large and Qwen 2.5 Coder, we're seeing that open source AI can be just as powerful, if not more powerful, than the closed source stuff.
It shows you what can happen when people work together. A global community of developers all sharing their skills and ideas can lead to incredible results.
It's really inspiring to see people coming together to move AI forward in a way that benefits everyone, not just a select few.
That's the whole point of open source. It's about breaking down barriers and creating a sense of shared progress.
Yeah.
It's about making sure everyone has access to the knowledge, the tools, and the resources to contribute to innovation.
And that fits perfectly with what we've been talking about today, the social impact of these projects. It's about using technology to make a positive difference. And a big part of that is making it accessible to as many people as possible.
Exactly. Open source gives people the power to use technology to solve the problems they face in their own communities, whether it's healthcare, education, or even environmental issues.
It's about empowering people to be creators, not just consumers of technology.
It's a really exciting shift.
Absolutely. And it speaks to the bigger picture of what AI and technology can do. We're not just talking about gadgets and algorithms. We're talking about tools that can change lives and create a better future for everyone.
It's about using technology to make the world a better place.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I think that's a great place to wrap up our deep dive for today.
We've covered some amazing ground exploring these 5 projects and seeing how they're pushing the limits of AI while also showing us the potential for positive change.
We hope this has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to learn more about this incredible field. It's clear that AI is playing a bigger and bigger role in shaping our future.
And remember, this is just a glimpse into what's out there. There are so many other amazing things happening in the world of AI right now.
So keep exploring, keep asking questions, and never stop pushing the boundaries of what's possible with technology.
And if you find any exciting AI projects that you think we should cover, please let us know.
You can find us on Twitter, Discord, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive into the world of social impact tech. Until next time, keep those minds curious and engaged.